Please, sit back, relax, and enjoy the news. Watch it and enjoy it, for you shall be one of us. One of us.
Hello, Austin High School. My name is Austin Bellamy, and I'm here with Corey Johnson. Music as therapy. There's a line of therapy for that uses music to address physical, emotional, and social needs of an individual. The qualified music therapist can provide treatment like creating, singing, moving to and or listening to music. It provides communication for those who have trouble communicating by themselves. Research in music therapy supports its effectiveness in many areas such as overall physical rehabilitation and facilitating movement, increasing people's motivation to become engaged in their treatment, and providing emotional support for the clients and their families, and providing an outlet for expression of feelings. StageMusicTherapy.org. To become a music therapist, you have to go through a lot. For example, you must have a bachelor's degree or higher in music therapy for one of American Music Therapy Association's 72 approved colleges and universities. You also must hold the MT and BC credential issued through the Certification Board for Music Therapists, and I'm starting at issued through the Certification Board for Music Therapists, which protects the public by ensuring and require continued education. You also need degrees that require knowledge in psychology, medicine, and music. That's a lot of dedication. Who knew that it would be that hard?
We have talked about music, we have talked about movies, we have even talked about books, but I think it's time we talk about a new subject, art! Today I'm here to tell you about a young artist. Have you ever heard of Kane Kramerick? You may have heard about her through the movie Heaven is for Real. Her artwork is in the movie as she drew her version of what Jesus Christ looks like. Kane has gained a lot of attention through this movie. She is a 21-year-old girl with an amazing talent. Kane has drawn since she was 4 and has also painted since she was 6. For such a young woman, she had achieved so much. To find out more, you can look her up at www.akane.com. That's AKAINE.com.
Does it gent? This is a popular question and asked by many people on the internet and in the person well recently. Rob Scallon, the well-known internet musician, has went to find and can he gent? Rob created a video on September 15th called Does It Gent? A YouTube video game, which is an interactive YouTube video that the idea was actually really intelligent and took over 6 months to make. In the video, you must decide to use certain instruments like a 9-string guitar or a cello or rollerblades or even the most gentful instrument, the kazoo. There are also many other instruments, but you must choose the right. This video proved to be really fun, as well as seeing how it all has likes and very few dislikes. So if you are ever on YouTube and are looking for a fun game or something to do, look up Does It Gent? Now to Dalton with his interview.
Good afternoon. I'm Dalton Church, and I'm here with Larry Couch, and I'm here to ask him about the subgenre of music called gent. Do you know what gent is?
Does it have to do with metal?
It does. Gent is a highly distorted, palm-muted guitar riff, consisting mainly of open notes and the first fret. It's sometimes called Morse code metal. So, could you tell me a band that might gent?
Metallica.
Metallica does not gent. Bands like Periphery, Rings of Saturn, Attila, bands like that, would be considered in the genre of gent. So, my last question for you is, if I handed you a banjo, a 9-string guitar, or a kazoo, which one would you gent with?
Banjo.
A banjo. Well, be prepared for Larry's upcoming album, Gent, on the banjo.
Now to Isaac with the movie reviews.
Terminator Genesis is a movie where the main character, John Carter, the leader of the human race, sent Sergeant Kyle Reese back into the past. Kyle Reese was sent to make sure that John Carter's mother stayed alive. He tries to make sure she stays safe. In this movie, John Carter gets turned into one of the Judgment Day Terminators. You see the character Terminator fighting himself. This movie is a great movie. I give this movie a 9.5 out of 10. I really recommend you seeing this movie. Thank you.
John, you can do this. You just go and you don't look back.
My whole life I prepared my son to lead humanity in the fight against the machines.
On this night, we take back our world!
But there was one thing I could never prepare him for.
The machines tried to rig the game, send a Terminator back to the time before the war to kill my mother.
I'll go back. Let me save her.
Come with me if you want to live. Kyle Reese,
You know who I am?
we've been prepping for you to arrive for over a decade.
We. The Terminator.
It is nice to meet you.
I've been trying to teach him to blend in. I know it needs work. John,
Hi, Mom.
how can you be here? What are you doing?
John!
What have they done to my son?
Survive was what you taught me.
Where is he?
Get out. I'm not machine. Not man. I'm more.
I can't leave him.
Whatever they did to John, we need to reverse it.
Everything's changed. We are humanity's last hope. Load up.
I've been waiting for you. You gotta get him off me!
I'll be back.
What?
Now back to you, Corey.
Most of you know who Nate Chu is. And for those of you who don't, he is a 2016 senior who just so happens to be out of school the past month. He has a disease called pulmonary arteria, which causes the right pulmonary artery of the heart to be deformed, which obstructs the pulmonary valve, which is an opening in the right side of the heart that allows blood to flow from the right ventricle to the lungs. He had his first surgery at 24 hours old and his first pacemaker at 3 years old. A pacemaker can last for a long time but have to be changed every 5 to 10 years. Nate's last pacemaker surgery was in the 6th grade. Nate is in high spirits and is confident in a speedy recovery. He has to stay at home and do nothing to stress him out at all. He spends his time playing video games, watching Netflix, and trying to keep up with his school assignments so he can graduate with the rest of the 2016 class. All the students and staff wish Nate Chu a good luck with all these tasks. Good luck. Now to Abby with sports.
Austin High School sports are looking great this year. The cross country, tennis, volleyball, and soccer teams are working really hard. They are putting a lot of hard work and time into these sports. Coaches are pushing them to do their best and encourage sportsmanlike qualities. Having that said, come out and see your very own Austin Eagles sporting events. The next soccer games will be September 18th and 19th at the Scottsburg Invitational held at Scottsburg. The cross country will be September 19th at Crawford County. The tennis matches will be the 19th at Scott County Invitational, held at Scottsburg, of course. The next volleyball game will be the 21st at Charlestown. Wishing the best of luck to our sports team. Looks like they'll have a busy weekend. Now back to you, Austin.
Our president has made an agreement with Iran by allowing the U.S. to be able to inspect nuclear-powered factories in Iran. The uranium that is produced from the factories can be turned into nuclear fuel. This could be a very big mistake by the U.S. on making such a risk, knowing how hated our country is by some of Iran. This could cause a nuclear war or nuclear peace, either or. The main focus is on the president for making the decision. The decision is in God's hands now.
Davis was sent to jail because she refused same-sex marriage. Even though you cannot deny anyone from getting married, it's against the law. The court order releasing Davis from jail was issued by Judge David L. Bunning. It states that she will not interfere in any way, directly or indirectly, with the efforts of her deputy clerks to issue marriage license to all legally eligible couples. It also states if Davis should interfere in any way with their insurance, that will be considered a violation of the order and appropriate sanctions will be considered. After she was released from jail, there was a riot outside congratulating her for doing what she did. Davis appeared briefly on stage at a rally of her supporters, telling the crowd she wants to give God the glory. She told the thousands gathered outside the jail Tuesday shortly after her release on contempt of her court charges. Thank you all so much. I love you all so very much.
And here are 9 tips to stay off ICU, aka the hit list. If you have an extra time in class, do your homework. Don't play evil zombie bunny games instead of sleeping. Come to class prepared. Read your classics from Miss Turner. Study for Mr. Place's vocab test. They aren't that hard. Studying does make homework easier and faster. Study for the test so you don't fail, and then you'll have more time for homework. Because you don't have to take retakes, just do the study guide in Miss Daniel's biology class. Try, that's all the teacher really wants.
Do you know what you're going to do for this fall? There are many different places you can go in the state that is fun and enjoyable for the whole family. Fall is the perfect time to hit the road and experience the abundance of Indiana's autumn treasures, to see the beautiful orange rolling hills. There are many different fall activities to do outdoors, so there is no reason to stay inside. You can go out to a campsite to camp, go to a fall festival, or you can even go to a trip to a landmark. Though no matter what you do, I urge you to go outside and enjoy the wonders of the fall season. Now to Jessica with the weather.
Today's weather is a high of 88 and low of 65 and partly cloudy. Saturday will be a high of 80 and a low of 56 with scattered storms and a chance of rain. Sunday, the high of 78 and low of 54, mostly sunny. Monday will be a high of 79, a low of 53 and mostly sunny. Tuesday will be a high of 82, a low of 56 and sunny. Wednesday, a high of 82, a low of 54 and sunny. Thursday, a high of 81, a low of 53 and sunny. Thank you.
Thank you for watching WHAS.
Stay classy. Haven is for real. Heaven is...
Hola, I am Jessica. No, I'm a man named Bob.
This video proved to be really fun, as well as seeing how...
Focus. Get my head in the zone. Chance of rain.
Chance of rain.